राधे 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 गोविंद 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 कृष्ण मुकुंद माधव गोविंद नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन कथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं हरि ओम्। Okay. Going down. This. Okay, it's good now. It's good now. I got it. जय श्री कृष्ण जय हरे कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण जय हरे कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण जय हरे कृष्ण Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare 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 Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai. Sound check. Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. 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 Jai Shri Krishna 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 Mukunda Krishna. Jai.
Let me welcome all of you to this satsang tonight. And just to tell you where we are now. We are, as Pandit was telling, doing this Bhagavad Gita across the whole country. And last night we were just here, down the street from here. And we reached verse number 23 of the 11th chapter. We are intending to complete the whole Bhagavad Gita in 108 nights. So this is night number 66. And I think we are on schedule. We are doing about 6 verses per night. We are on schedule. We might be a little bit ahead also, because sometimes I put some speed. Alright. So what is going on is called a Virat Roop Darshan. This is a very rare thing in Shastras. In the Ramayana it happens twice, Ramcharitmanas, and here in Bhagavad Gita it is once it happens. What is that? The Lord is giving vision to Arjuna, and he gave Arjuna what is called a Divya Chakshu, Divyam Dadamite Chakshu, Pashyame Yogameshwaram. He gave Arjuna divine eyes to see his cosmic form. Because when we, with our eyes, our worldly eyes, we just see only worldly things, this thing, that thing, and which thing is nice, which thing is not nice, which thing is covetable, which is not covetable, We see worldliness only everywhere. And we see price, and we see, materialistic things. Because our eyes are like that. But Bhagavan gave to Arjuna divine eyes in the beginning of this chapter, and he told Arjuna, now you see my cosmic form. And Arjuna sees all Ananta Koti, Brahmanda, limitless universes, and so many things in Bhagavan. Bhagavan pervading the whole universe. He saw all the different classes of beings in the universe. And we are telling as we go along, that the universe is filled with so many various classes of beings. Don't think that you are the only one in this universe. Don't think that we are the only one here. And even among us here, there are so many things that we don't see. Like I don't see amoebas and little microbes, and nobody, up to today, nobody saw the coronavirus. We didn't see it. We felt the effect of coronavirus. Scientists saw on the microscope and all again, right? There are so many things here also we don't see. But to talk about the outer antariksha, the outer universe. So in the outer universe, there are, just as we have countless beings here. The variety here is astounding, you have not thought about it. The variety on the earth. Let me just give you the astounding variety on the earth which you have not thought about, but which is here. And our eyes can see. What is that? One glass of water, right? One glass of water has more molecules than there are glasses of water on the earth. You understand the statistics I'm telling you? If you take all the earth water and you put them in glasses, all the oceans, all the rivers and lakes, and you put them in glasses, There is more molecules of H2O in this one glass than all those glasses. Have we ever seen any such thing? Right here in this world, we don't see countless trillion, gazillion things. So, but Bhagavan gave Arjuna Divya Chakshu, divine eyes, and nothing outside the reach of Arjuna's those divine eyes. He started seeing all the whole universe, if infinite in its span, in Bhagavan Shri Krishna only. Of so many countless Brahma, we call, see, right now, if you study science, what they tell is, okay, we are in one solar system. We have a sun, right? One sun here, and we have these 9 planets going around there. Sometimes they say 8. No, some people are counting Pluto, and some people are not counting Pluto. Depends on what you count. So we have this 9 planets going around, right? And this is one sun with 9 planets. And in our Milky Way, it is said, like there are 2.2 billion suns. In our Milky Way alone, 2.2 billion suns. And around all of those suns, they have planets going around so much that there are 3.2 trillion planets. This is all statistic science is giving now, right? So now, this is just in our Milky Way. And there are another 2 billion Milky Ways in our observable universe. Observable, we say, where James Webb and all have gone. What is not observable is another question. And the Sanskrit word for those type of things in the Shastras, right, which we have been telling for thousands and thousands of years, and which science is now coming to discover. The Sanskrit word for that is Anantakoti Brahmanda. Infinite universes and worlds and all that. And that goes on. Ananta means infinite. Ananta means infinite. So now science is discovering that, oh, there are so many planets and this and that and all. Because for more than 2,000 years, the world's imagination was caught up in a pro-biblical, pro-Christian understanding that this is the only world, there's nothing else. Bhagavan made this in 5 or 6 days and finished. That was the teaching. But science is now coming to show everything what is there, which we've been telling for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Yes. So now that Arjuna is seeing with his divine eyes. And all of it in Bhagavan only. All of it in Lord Krishna. The whole thing. Now, Bhagavan also chose to show Arjuna what we call as pralaya. What we call as pralaya means the dissolution of the world. And Arjuna is seeing a very wondrous sight. And I told now a very important question will come up here. This section answers a very important question. A question which all people have. And all people ask all the time. Wherever we travel, people ask this question. And I tell you that question as we go along. But in this verse which we just chanted, Bhagavan is showing, or these following verses, pralaya, the dissolution of the whole universe. Because the world in which we live is a world of constant manifestation and demanifestation. These two things are going on constantly in this world. So, in your house, a baby is born. So we call that manifestation. That baby was in some other house, in some other family, some other place, right? So now the baby has come to this house. So we call that manifestation. Of that jiva is manifested in this body. In a new body. And then, how long that jiva will live in that body? Well, you know, all of us. Jo aayega, wo jayega. Who will come will go. Anato jana. They're coming, they're going also. So the jiva will live in that body about 80, 90 years, whatever number, and then again they will go into unmanifest. Leave that body and go into unmanifest. So that process in Sanskrit language, in 8th chapter, you all were not there, we were seeing that. That is called as from avyakta to vyakta, and then from vyakta again into avyakta. And that is the constant process of the whole universe. Every single iota of the universe is like that. Like all these trees. Now you are backing right into the Amazon here, right? Guyana is backing right into the Amazon. Now, how many trees are there in the Amazon? Well, you can go on counting. Right? But do you think those trees are the same trees that were there 5,000 years ago? No. Those trees died and new trees came. So the trees that were there went into unmanifest and new ones manifest. This is the cosmic process in Sanatana Dharma. Please remember this. And so you and I, we have always been there, either in unmanifest or manifest. Please understand Sanatana Dharma like this, and nothing else. We are always going from a state of unmanifest to manifest and back into unmanifest. And the Sanskrit words, remember those also. From avyakta to vyakta, and again to avyakta, and again vyakta. And I'm telling you, not only we, every single thing in the universe is like that. This temple was manifest 200 years ago? No. It was not there 200 years ago. But sometime later, it became manifest. And you tell one more thing. In another 10,000 years, it will be here. No. It goes into unmanifest again. So the whole universe is like this. Right. So, Arjuna is saying now, this part, what? The demanifestation. Things dissolving. And last night I explained also, dissolution or pralaya does not mean destruction. When you dissolve sugar in water, you don't destroy the sugar. It just gets dissolved so you can't see it. That is all. So there's a difference in destruction and dissolution. And therefore I keep telling, your translation for Bhagavan Shiva's role is not destroyer. The foreigners came and gave that translation. He is the dissolver. He dissolves the whole universe. And that's called pralaya. So Bhagavan is showing now to Arjuna that part of his own cosmic manifestation. He manifests and he demanifests. He manifests and he demanifests. So that part we don't like. Well, no, let me just change that. Let me tell you what we like now. Tell me if it is not true. There are many things in our life we want it to manifest and it doesn't manifest. Like I want money to manifest, but it doesn't manifest. Right? And there are many things which I want to demanifest, means to dissolve, and it doesn't dissolve. Like when I have arthritis in my knee, it manifested, and I want that arthritis to demanifest. Yeah. So the whole process is manifesting, demanifesting, and my likes and dislikes now is introduced in that whole equation. So I want certain things to manifest, and I want certain things to demanifest. But the world works by its law, not by my laws, you see. So now, the what we call as the negative side of the world, because the atom has a positive and a negative. Every atom. And the world has that. The negative side we don't like. And we started by telling in the Bhagavad Gita in the beginning that this is the definition of world. You cannot change the definition. The definition is it has positive and negative. It has rich and poor. It has health and disease. It has gain and loss. It has hot and cold. It has sukha and dukkha. Joy and sorrow. It is defined like that. That is what defines Jagat. You did not make it and I did not make it. We found it like that. Right? So now in that situation we have two choices. What is that? Look here. If I want all the positive, you better prepare yourself to also take all the, because the roses will come with thorns. So that is one choice. I want the positive, I prepare myself to take also the negative. Because life will have joy, but life will also have sorrow. So the first choice, second choice, what? What is called in the Shastras now, and this is why Shastras are there. Mukti. Mukti means we come out from both. We go beyond both. We merge with Paramatma. Never to be born in the cycle of birth and death. That itself is another pair. Birth and, where there is birth, there will be death. Where there is joy, there will be sorrow. So what the Shastras are presenting? The second option, that is called Mukti. Now, what the Shastras say in the end? Look here, you are free to choose whichever one. You choose the first one, you are choosing the first one, you will get joy and sorrow. You will get health and disease. Don't think you can ever, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the whole process. You tell me now. Science every day is improving, correct? Science is improving. Do you think science is going to get rid of all the diseases that there are? When you get rid of one, 10 more come. Last 2 weeks ago, I had gone to Trinidad for a camp, and there was a scientist who had come to the camp from US. You know what he was telling me? The scientist was telling me, I asked him, we happened to be talking, I said, what type of work you do? He said, Swamiji, I am a scientist. I said, really? Oh, what do you do? He said, I am doing research. For what? He said, Swamiji, right now, there are 7,000 diseases. Listen, 7,000 diseases for which they have no cure. How many? And he said, my job as a scientist is, I'm working with other scientists, we are looking for cures for those diseases. 7,000 by year. So the idea is, if we think that we make the first choice, the first option, but I'm choosing the side of joy, I think I will not get any sorrow. You better think again. If I think that I will only have health, you better think again. That is the nature of the world. So that is why Shastra is presenting the next option. That thing is called as Mukti. Please remember how simply this is. We have only two choices. What is our problem? Our problem is we make the first option. We choose the first option, right? I choose this pole, and between the pairs, I only want one side. That is not going to. It has never worked for anybody in the whole history of human civilization. So we are saying, really, the Shastra is encouraging us, the Rishis encourage us, the incarnations, all the avatars, all of them encourage us, and they choose the next option. What is that? Mukti. And so therefore, now Bhagavan is demonstrating to Arjuna, he is made up of two sides. One is his benevolent side, where he is responsible for all the positive things in the universe, and one also is his, what the word used here we saw last night, what is the word? Ugra. And that word will come again. Ugra. Ugra means cruel. Cruel means cruel. There is another cruel side. Now, you have seen cruelty in this world or not? And when Yamraj comes, does he care who will miss you and who will not miss you? Yamraj doesn't care, bhaiya. He doesn't care what goes on. When Yamraj comes, he that's cruelty or not? That's the cruel side. But what do you do? That's the nature of the world. You see? And you can try to trick him also. I told you a nice story now. Yamraj passed in front of the king's palace. Where? King's palace. And he told the guard in front, go inside and tell the king sitting on his throne, in 5 minutes I am coming back for him. So Yamraj went up the street to collect somebody else. He said, in 5 minutes I am coming back for the king. The guard frantically ran inside and told the king, Your Majesty, Yamraj just passed, he's coming for you. The king also became frantic now. What? He told the guard, you come. Give me that guard uniform. You put on my cape on my throne and take the staff. Sit down here on the throne. and you give me your guard uniform. So the king put on the guard uniform, and the guard put on the king's cape and throne and what you call crown and everything. Huh? And the guard trembling. He sat on the throne. And the king went out in the front of the guard booth. Yamraj came back in 5 minutes. And he looked at the clock. And he said, man, look, today I am a little bit late here. This guard will do. I'll take him instead. So we can't also trick Yamraj. No chance. Huh? That is the other side. When Yamraj comes, that cruel side nobody likes. When we get disease, that is the cruel side of the Prakriti. It's called Bhagwan's Prakriti. The technical word for that is Bhagwan's Prakriti is made up of the pairs, the dualistic pairs. And so if you have one, you will have the other. You can't do it all. So Bhagwan is describing that crude. Let us chant it.
Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. 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 Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna.
Navaspasham Deeptamaneka Varnam. I am seeing you, Prabhu, stretching to the furthest limits of this universe. Arjuna is describing what he is seeing with those divine eyes. Stretching to the furthest limits of this universe and touching every part of this Antariksha, space itself. Navaspasham Deeptamaneka Varnam. And you are resplendent with glow. Your form is like fire, as though. Vyaptananam Deepta Vishara Netram. And your mouth is open. And your eyes are just beaming fire. Like that. You see? Now this is the crude, what you call? Ugra form of Paramatma, Bhagavan. Drishtva hitvam pravyaditantaratma. My inside trembles when I see this form of yours. Arjuna is terrified by this form of Bhagavan. Dhritim navindami shamja Vishnu. Oh Vishnu. Arjuna called Bhagavan Vishnu. My mind cannot settle. It cannot find peace. There's no peace in my Shaman. Now it's Shaman. There's no peace in my... When I see this terrifying form of yours. Terrible form of yours. So, no, you know that. You just have to bring that to ordinary life. You bring that to ordinary life. When you see some really bad things outside, it shakes your inside or not? It shakes. And Yatha Pinda Tatha Brahmanda. This is going on at a cosmic level, and this is also going on at a everyday individual level. When we see something terrible, terrifying, it shakes us. So now whatever we face at an individual level every day, when we see, suddenly somebody who you were so close to and you just spoke to, you heard they died. Shakes you. So that happens at the individual level. Arjuna is saying this in a cosmic form. It shakes him, he tells. Pravyaditantaratma. My inside shakes. And no courage. My courage is gone. Continue. Jai
Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Jai.
Chate Mukhani, I'm seeing your mouth not only having fire blazing out, we saw yesterday and the day before, but I'm also seeing you have terrible teeth. Your teeth look so terrifying. Damshakararani Chate Mukhani. Drishtva eva kala anala. It looks like the fire of kala anala means this, the fire of pralay. But when pralay takes place, now see, this is an interesting thing. Not only, let me just tell you. Just now I used the phrase which said, Yatha Pinda Tatha Brahmanda means whatever you see going on at the individual level is also what is going on at the cosmic level. And that is a very, very strong Sanskrit phrase. And I just give you an example. Look here. In your life, from the time you are born, from 0 to 90, let us say, right? From 0 to 90, your life has ups and downs or not. When sometimes you are healthy, sometimes you are sick, sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are sad. Sometimes you are cheerful, sometimes you are depressed, correct? So our life also goes like that. And sometimes some people like it go down or forget to come out. So, life is like that. But, like that, it's going up and down, up and down. And at some point, at 80 or 90, it goes down, and that's the end of that, isn't it? There's no going up, it's all the way down only. It means there's an eventual cessation of that particular existence, that particular manifestation. Eventual cessation of that, isn't it? Well, that is the Pinda individual level, but exactly that thing happens in the cosmic level. Exactly the same thing, no difference. You see the world, you ask the scientists and they'll tell you, there are so many stars which have been destroyed. It just collapsed or exploded or something. So there is destruction, but the whole world didn't get destroyed. But at some point, the whole world will get dissolved like that. So you have new planets and stars coming into existence, and then you have some going. Some coming and some going. Just like you have joy and you have sorrow, like that. But eventually, the whole entire Brahmanda goes into pralaya. At that time, Arjuna is describing here, he's seeing that now, the fire of pralaya means getting dissolved by fire. Now, of course, you know that fire really cannot destroy anything. It can only dissolve. Please pay attention to that. Fire really cannot destroy anything. It can only dissolve. Like for example, if you burn this table, if you burn this thing which is made out of wood, well, all the constituent components of the object, it will just go back to where it came from. Space will go back to space, air to air, fire to fire, water to water, earth to earth. Like when you cremate somebody. Correct? This body, they said, this body is made up of 75-80% water, right? So when you put it in the cremation, in the fire, and expose it to the fire, what happens? The water evaporates from the body and the water goes up. And it forms clouds. And it falls down as rain. So you know how many times you have drunk your grandfather? Because the body went. But the rest of the body, all the elements just went back. The fire did not destroy, it just separated the elements and sent them where they came from. That is all. So there is really no destruction in the world. There is just the dissolution of things. That body gets dissolved like that, right? So the Bhagavan is showing to Arjuna that terrific side of him where he looks like the fire of destruction itself, the fire of dissolution for the whole world, for pralaya. Arjuna is seeing that now. Drishva eva kala nalasan nibhani. Disho na jane na labhecha sharma. I know my mind has become telling Bhagavan. My mind has become totally confused and bewildered. I don't know north from south, east from west, nothing. Disha means the direction. I don't know which side is what. And I can't find any peace. And then he begs Bhagavan, Prabhu, you see, I was not prepared for this kind of sight. Arjuna was not prepared for this type of sight. Yeah, I'm used to seeing, one person die there, and another person die there, and somebody gets sick, and another one born. So one day I see some sorrow, and another day I see some joy because they're rocking the baby, and I'm used to that. But Arjuna was not ready for this. Prasida Deveshara Jagannivasa. Prabhu, you please please be kind to me. I really, this is too much for me. I was not prepared for this. Prasida Devesha. Deva Isha means Lord of all the Devas. Be kind, be gracious, be good to me, be compassionate. Hey Jagannivasa. Jagannivasa means in whom the whole universe rests. This is such wonderful names of Paramatma. I tell you, if you just take one proper name of the Lord like Jagannivasa and you reflect on that one name, you get mukti. Just that we don't do the reflection. We just read the name. Oh, his name is Jagannivasa. What exactly does it mean for the whole universe to exist in Paramatma? Jagannivasa, that is, his name is given there. But anyway, Arjuna begs Bhagavan, Prabhu, be kind. Really, this vision of yours which you gave me, and you're giving me now the Ugra form of yours, that is too much for me. And what is happening in that Ugra form? Here, very interesting.
Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. 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 Jai.
Ami Chatvam Dhritarashtrasya Putraha Sarve Saheva Saheva Avanipala Sangehi Now Arjuna is seeing this side. What is that? Bhishma, Drona, Sudaputras tathaso sahasmadiyaihi api yodmukhyaihi vaktrani te turamana vishanti. It ends in the next verse. Next line. And he's seeing, Arjuna is seeing all his sons of Dhritarashtra, means who? Duryodhana and all his 99 brothers. Duryodhana was a lucky fellow, he has 99 brothers. Duryodhana and his 99 brothers. Then, Sarve Saha Eva Avanipala Sanghahi. And all the kings of the 11 Akshauhinis that had agreed to fight on Duryodhana's side. All the kings. That is second. Then Bhishma, Drona, Sudaputra is Karna, Tatha, Asau, Sahasmadiyahi, and our own people from our side also. I see all of them, all great warriors. I see all of them entering into your mouth, which is blazing with fire. And rushing. In other words, what Bhagavan is showing to Arjuna in this Virat Rup Darshan section is what is soon to come. Because this Bhagavad Gita, I don't know if you know, let me just tell you a little bit, right? Bhagavad Gita was told to Arjuna before the war. Before the war started, the whole Gita was given to Arjuna. So now, Arjuna is already seeing all the Kauravas and all Bhishma, Drona, Karna, everybody dead. He's already seeing them dead. Before the war started. That means what? With that divine eyes, Arjuna could also see the future. But now, this is a very interesting thing. The war has not yet started, but Arjuna already saw the Kauravas dead. That means what? Well, see now, when Arjuna saw the Kauravas dead, some people say Arjuna became happy. What happy? Because in any case, Arjuna did not want to kill them in the beginning itself. Because those are his cousins. His cousins, you know. That's how Gita started. How Gita started? Gita started like that. Prabhu, these people, I know them. Drona, Bhishma, all of them. Guru Nahatva, Mahan, Bhavan, Shreyo, Bhuktum, Bhenshama, okay. Better I want beg and to kill Bhishma, Drona, and all of them. That's how Gita started. So now, as Gita progressed and we reached 11th chapter now, and the war has not yet started, he's showing Arjuna that what is going to happen, and all of them entering his blazing body, chewing their head in the next verse now. All Kauravas dead. So some say Arjuna got happy. Oh, now you did my job. I did not want to kill them in any case. Look, you killed them. You killed them now. So Bhagavan said, they're dead? He said, yes, they're dead. I've seen. So Bhagavan asked, please pay attention to this. This thing goes to the root, foundation of Sanatana Dharma. Bhagavan asked, you're seeing them dead? Yes, I'm seeing. With whose eyes you are seeing? Arjuna said, what do you mean with whose eyes? With my eyes. No, you forgot or what? Quickly you were carried away. You forgot I gave you divine eyes. Divyam dadamite chakshuru. You forgot I gave you divine eyes in the beginning. Now give back the divine eyes. Give. Yeah? Bhagavan took away the divine eyes from Arjuna. Then he told Arjuna, now look on the other side. The other side, they're alive or dead? Arjuna looked. Well, they're alive. They're alive. Okay, now take back these divine eyes. Bhagavan gave back divine eyes to Arjuna. Now look. Divine eye. They're dead. Give it back now. Now look again. They are alive. So now what is the question? The question is, Kauravas are dead or alive? Well, if you are looking with Arjuna's eyes, which is our worldly eyes, they are alive. If you are looking with divine eyes, they are dead. So Now, this is one of the most difficult concepts to understand in the Western world. The Western world cannot understand this thing. This is there in Bhagavad Gita, this is there in Ramayana also. And what is this thing? See, the West, slowly the West will come to understand. Huh? But the most difficult concept to understand and also to accept that. Everything in this universe. First we start off like this. There is joy and there is sorrow, right? We're talking about these pairs. Joy and sorrow. We're talking about rich and poor. We're talking about health and disease, hot and cold. We're talking about life and death. Everything in this universe, we say like that, right? What that does, it prevents us from thinking a little bit further. And that's why the scriptures are there, right? That's why rishis are there, to make us think a little bit further. Not only that do we have these contrasting pairs, as complementary pairs in the universe, but Sanatana Dharma also teaches at the same time that everything in the universe has both existing in it at the same time. That is a first, you see, when after you finish standard 1, you have to go to standard 2. You can't stay standard 1 your whole life. So first we teach there are these complementary pairs. There's positive and negative, and joy and sorrow, and knowledge and ignorance, and health and disease. First we teach that, but then we take it one step further. Anything in this universe will have both. Now I'll just explain to you what that means. This book, big or small? Well, you say small, right? But I tell you, at home, in Trinidad there, I have a Bhagavad Gita, it's only this big. I have a Bhagavad Gita this big only. So if you put it here, it will only take a little piece of, little corner of this. Now in front of Bhagavad Gita, this book big or small? Well, yeah. But the same book became big now. So that is why Einstein came up with the whole theory of relativity, right? The theory of relativity is you cannot 100% say this book is big or small. It is all relative to what is in front of the book. Like for example, I am tall or short. Exactly. It depends on in front of whom I am standing, isn't it? Huh? This right now, this temple is hot or cold?
Cool, we see.
Yeah, you see. But if you have lived in Banaras, in Bharat, if you have lived in Banaras, in India, Guyana is all the time in winter. Because the place is so hot. So hot. Those people jokingly say, they fry egg on the sidewalk. The place is so hot. So, then we say Guyana is not hot. But people who live in America, and just now some people have come to Trinidad Ashram, they were saying, oh, this place is so warm. Because they were coming from a place where it was so cold. So now we say, this place is hot and cold at the same time, depending on what you place before it. I am tall and short at the same time, depending on who I am standing in. So not only do we have these complementary pairs like this separate, but the teaching now is both are there in one thing at one and the same time. Both. That is why the same atom is positive and negative at the same time. One atom. It depends on which charge you are looking at. You see. So now, Arjuna is seeing the Kauravas alive and dead at the same time. Now, and that all depends on whose eyes he is wearing. Whose eyes is he wearing? He's wearing his own eyes, then he's seeing them alive. He's wearing Bhagwan's eyes, he's seeing them dead. And this example from Bhagavad Gita is used to answer the age-old question. seen my time. The age-old question. And what is that? Do you have freedom of choice, or is everything determined by Bhagavan? In the Western world, they're always going on asking this question. And some people say, no, we have freedom of choice. Nothing is determined by Bhagavan. And some people say, no, we have no freedom of choice. Everything is determined by Bhagavan. In Sanskrit, this is also framed in the Sanskrit language. It's called as Purushartha or Prarabdha. These are the two Sanskrit technical terms. Is it all freedom of action, Purushartha, or is it all Prarabdha, all determined? So we say, well, what, there's no big question there. I just showed you that two things are the same at the same time. What an easy answer for that. So if we are looking from our standpoint, from this level, with our eyes, we have freedom. You came here freely today, no? You all came here freely today. And if you are looking with Bhagavan's eyes, divine eyes, we have no freedom. Just like when Arjuna is looking with Bhagavan's eyes, they are dead. When he is looking with his eyes, they are alive. At the same time. This is a tremendous thought which is not to be found anywhere in this universe. Only in the Hindu scriptures. You are not finding this anywhere in Plato and Aristotle and Socrates and Greek philosophy and Kant and Hegel and nobody. You are finding this only in the Hindu Shastras. Nowhere else. And this is food for thought. Just now, Cyril has sent me an article of somebody writing in a newspaper here. This is the answer for this fellow. But he grew up in the West and educated in the West. He has to really give some long thought to this. The fellow in the newspaper. Some really long thought to this. Then only a question will be resolved. So now, Arjuna is seeing all of them. He continues, he tells, I'm seeing, Prabhu, you crushed all of them, head led to powder. And the war hasn't started yet. And he's already seeing all that.
Jai Shri Krishna, Kunda Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. Jai 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 Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna.
All of them entering your blazing mouth. Fast also. Damshra Karalani, Bhayanakani, with your fierce, fierce looking teeth. Terrifying looking teeth. As though. Kechit vilagna dashanantareshu. Sandrishyante churnite uttamangi. And you crush their heads to powder. That is the cruel form, the other side. And some of them, all the Kauravas and some of them sticking on the space in your teeth. They literally knew there. Kechit vilagna dashanantareshu. Dashana means teeth. So the space between your teeth, some of the Kauravas are stuck inside it. Like that. And churnitay uttamangi. Churna means powder. You know when you grind rice or dal, the powder, that's churna. So their heads, uttamanga. Uttama Anga, when the head crushed to powder. So what he's showing is really the end of all of the Kauravas in this whole dissolution and all of this. Fire of dissolution. The end of the Kauravas in all of this. Sandrishyate, see. So like that, Arjuna is seeing all that with Bhagavan divine eyes, and then at the end of this chapter, when Bhagavan takes back the eyes, Kauravas are there. They're standing in front of you. And the next verse, the next two verses, give two really nice examples. So this is number 28, 29.
Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna. 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 Jai Shri Krishna, Mukunda Krishna.
Arjuna tells two examples, two most wonderful examples in these two verses. How they are all rushing, Yatha nadinam bhavom bhuvekaha samudrameva vimkadravanti. All these Kauravas and all these soldiers on the battlefield, they are rushing into your mouth and being chewed to powder. How they are rushing? Yatha nadinam bhavom bhuvekaha samudrameva vimkadravanti. Just like rivers flow towards the ocean. How rivers flow towards the ocean? One example. Next example, see, this is why the Hindu Shastras are most wonderful, and the poetry, the composition of the Sanskrit verses is astounding, and because we don't understand Sanskrit because we belong to a different language and all, it is not so easy for us to appreciate. But the way the words are strung together, the letters and all of that is amazing. In the next verse, Yatha pradiptam jvaladam patangaha vishanti nashaya samritta vegaha. Or, the next example, just like, moths. M-O-T-H, moth. Huh? When there's a fire burning there. How the moth come? And they land in the fire and finish. So, now, if you study the two examples, you will see that the two examples given in the Bhagavad Gita, and where we are painting such a wonderful picture. there are the two types of, or the two choices which we have. The two choices which all of us have. What two choices we have? One is, look here, I do like the river, and I flow into the inexhaustible source of water, which is the ocean, right? So when the river flows into the ocean, what happens? So here it is called Demerara River, and there it is called Essequibo River, and there it is called Bobis River, and Mahaika Creek, and whatever you want to call it, right? But when it reaches the ocean, all that water reaches the ocean now. What is it called there? Well, ocean only, isn't it? The Atlantic Ocean. There, when you go inside the ocean there, can you distinguish Mahaika water from Essequibo water? You go in the middle of the Atlantic and take up, and you say, aha, you come from Mahaika, I know that, you know. Can you say? Nah. The water, which was called Demerara before, that thing becomes indistinguishable from the vast ocean outside, isn't it? Become one. So one example is that we have to merge with Paramatma like that. And the next example is the moth. What? You have merged with nothing. He get caught by the brightness of the fire and zoom, 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 zoom. Pat! Then mar gaya. Then what? When he dies, again he comes back in this world, correct? Because when we die like that, without merging with Paramatma, again we come back in the world. So the moth did not merge with anything. He just gave up the body in the fire. And that too, how? Exactly like the jiva, all of us. What? Attracted by some flashy thing in the sansara. Because the fire is attractive for the moth. So the jiva, what he does? He gets attracted to things in this world and runs after, and what? Pat! Mar gaya! Chala gaya! Punarapi janam, punarapi maranam. Again, birth and again, death. And the first example is the example of those beings who rush towards Paramatma and merges with Paramatma, becomes indistinguishable with Paramatma. Those are the true sadhaks who really pursue the path of mukti, which we have been talking about. Path of mukti. So again, the two examples or the two choices, options, which I told, because nowadays we don't say choices. Choices are old words. What is the new word? Options. Because when you open your phone, you want this option, you want that option, the other option. Nowadays you only use the word option, isn't it? So you have two options. What? You do like the moth, and please don't think that moth is masculine of myth. Yeah? Some people think moth is masculine of myth. There's nothing mythical about moth. Moth is a real thing. So anyway, the moth dies uselessly. Uselessly he dies. And then again, comes back like that in the world. Alright, so the two type of examples are given. Tatha, Tavami, Naraloka Viraha, Vishanti Vaktrani. They are all entering a mouth which is blazing with fire, like that. Some of them going like the river and some of them going. Now one more thing in that. The river also doesn't have any intent. One more point. The river doesn't say, but the moth, he has an intent to go to that, to the fire, isn't it? The intention is there. So, when Arjuna would have used the first example of the what you call river going to the ocean, the example would not have been complete if he didn't give the other example of the moth, right? Why? Because all these Kauravas who have come here, they didn't come, they came with intent. All those who came to fight, they came with intent only. So the first example, if you could take it from a very ordinary standpoint, the first example was not adequate. You have to give the second example to show that they all came with intent only. There was some decision made. What makes a decision? Right there next to the Havan Kund, the place dark. He didn't go there in the dark. He came to the light. Intent is there. What we call as deliberation. tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokaha tava api vaktrani samriddha vegaha. So like this, Arjuna is seeing all the tatha eva nashaya vishanti lokaha. In the same way, just like the moths go for destruction into the fire, all these Kauravas are coming to you for destruction. This is what he tells. And the next verse is also very funny. And Prabhu, you seem like you are liking it because you're licking your tongue also. When you eat something nicely, you lick your tongue. Leli yasai kasamana samantat lokan samagran vadane jvalati. You're licking your tongue, chewing them, crushing them, and you're licking your... No. It's just all very ordinary thing for all of us. Look. Yamraj takes every one of us life after life after life, right? Yamraj takes all of... You think Yamraj upset about that? Why will he be upset? That's his job. Why will he be upset? So when he's coming to take somebody, you think he's coming upset? You will get upset. You will get upset and all that kind of thing. But Yamraj is not. He's happy. I get to do my dharma. Isn't it? I'm getting to do what I do. The Bhagavan will be pleased with me. Because I'm doing my work, duty, and not taking bribe. Yamraj was taking any bribe, but no bribe could work with Yamraj. So, I'm doing my work conscientiously. So like that, Yamraj comes very happily because I'm doing my duty happily. So now, that side of Bhagavan is being portrayed. So this is given to you are licking your tongue, taking all of them, like you are enjoying, like that. That kind of thing. Alright. So this is number 30. This chapter has chapter 11 long and has 55 verses around there. So still have some long way to go. Alright. I will stop there now. We will have announcements. In fact, yes. We'll have announcements and then we'll have Aarti, Bhagavad Gita Aarti. And we are doing only Bhagavad Gita Aarti in 108 nights. And then we'll see. Now let me tell you where we are tomorrow and all of that. And then we'll have those other things. But Gopinathji, thank you. And Sherry, she's okay. Now 108 nights, I have to learn 2 names in every temple, like 216 names. It's hard for me to memorize all those names fast. Anyway, I try. Thank you to you, Pandit, and to Sherry for organizing, and this was short notice also. Thank you so much. I had a great time. I hope that those of you who have the time could join tomorrow. We are in Timeri Mandir, night number 67 tomorrow. Today was 66. I don't remember the number so well. So number 67 tomorrow at Timeri Mandir. Devi Mandir? Okay. So those of you who have the time, please come tomorrow. There is a bookmark which has been printed for this occasion to mark the 108 nights and 108 temples across Guyana. This bookmark is printed for this occasion. Please have one, everybody. And keep it in a book somewhere, and you'll see it in some years. Oh, I was present there. You'll remember. Right. Please see Facebook for all the days we are here. Tomorrow, I think, might be the last day. Then we go to Esikuru. Okay. The grand finale of this 108 nights, the concluding night, will be a big, massive program at the Gandhi Youth Cricket Ground in town. It is on the 3rd of May, so you have to remember this, Gandhi Youth, 3rd of May, 5 p.m. You're all invited. Please do come. It will also be nice if we can tell who is coming, because we're preparing dinner for everybody and presents for everybody and all that, right? So you want to have an idea now. So So if you're coming, and we know so many are coming to this temple, we'll have a better idea to say how to prepare. Alright? Okay. So 3rd of May, 5 p.m. Alright? The very next day, 4th of May, we're having a fundraiser at the ashram. We are trying out a new product in Guyana now. We did it twice already. It's called dosa. Dosa is a South Indian, you know what we used to call long ago, Madrasi kind of food. South Indian food. It is a South Indian crepe, or what you call here pancake, but not with flour. We made it rice and dal only. And it has nice masala and all of that inside. Please come and try out the dosa. This thing, you know how in Trinidad they say doubles on the street?
Yes.
And I don't know in Guyana, cassava ball. Cassava ball in Guyana, right? Now it's a favorite now. Well, this dosa is a favorite in India, and because of the population of India, that thing sells in millions and millions. Not thousands, millions and millions. Dosa sells. So you have to come and try it out on the 4th of May at the ashram. The ashram is in Manripo. You can also call in and order, and it will be ready for you by the time you get there. It starts at 11 a.m. and goes till 2 p.m. 4th of May. Okay. There are many classes for children online. In the summertime, there's camp for children, and there's camp here in this ashram, and there's camp in Trinidad ashram also. If you have the time, please do come. Trinidad ashram has all facilities. You can stay at the ashram when you come to the camp. And it's open to everybody, right? You can stay at the ashram, and we are having camps regularly there, and all people stay there only. Okay, so please see on the website also. Finally, I'll tell about the Vedanta course. Vedanta course is the training course which Chinmay Mission has for creating teachers. So it is a very strict and demanding course to create a teacher in Chinmay Mission. Very demanding. So now here are the qualifications. You have to be 30 years and under. You have to be unmarried, and you have to have a university degree. If you are qualified like that and you are admitted, then you have to come and stay in the ashram for 2 years and study every single day with not a single holiday in 2 years. No Christmas holiday, no Saturday, Sunday holiday, no nothing. 365 days study. Then, not only that, classes start at 5:30 a.m. 5:30 a.m. and go till 8 p.m. every single day. If you finish that and you're still alive, then you can go out and teach. That course starts on the 2nd of October in Trinidad. Right now there's a batch going on in Mumbai. These are the 2 places where it happens. A batch going on in Mumbai right now. They'll finish in January coming January. And the Trinidad batch is starting on the 2nd of October this year. Alright? Please tell students and all that kind of thing. Here are some books. Please have a look at the bookstall on the outside when you're going. Tips for sadhana means spiritual practice. Purusha Suktam is there. I didn't know this book was there. This is a must. Let me just, I'm not supposed to chant. We don't chant Vedic mantras in the night time like this, right? But Purusha Suktam you have all heard. This is the most famous Suktam in all the Vedas. Purusha Suktam. So the explanation is given here in this Purusha Suktam. And there are many children titles like this. Please have a look on your way out. Okay. We'll have Aarti and then I'll pass over to Pandit.
Bhagavad Gita Maya Jai Bhagavad Gita हरिः कमलविहारिणि हरिः कमलविहारिणि सुन्दर सुपुनीते ॐ जय भगवद्गीते मय कामासक्तिहरा तत्त्वज्ञानविकासिनी ॐ जय भगवद्गीते मय निर्मलमलहारी शरणरहस्यप्रदायिनी ॐ जय भगवद्गीते मयकारिणि मोद सदा भवभयहारिणि तारिणि ॐ जय भगवद्गीते मयनाशिनि तमरजनी दैवी सद्गुणदायिनी ॐ जय भगवद्गीते मय हरिमुख की वाणी सकल शास्त्र की स्वामिनी ॐ जय भगवद्गीते मय मातु कृपा की जय हरिपद प्रेम दान कर ॐ जय भगवद्गीते जय भगवद्गीते मय जय भगवद्गीते हरिः कमलविहारिणि हरिः कमलविहारिणि सुन्दर सुपुनीते ॐ जय भगवद्गीते ॐ जय भगवद्गीते मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षं मङ्गलायतनो हरि यतनो